She's sick in her mind. Dahmer victim's family rips Ariana Grande for calling him ideal dinner companion. Jeffrey Dahmer doesn't need an introduction, and whoever watched the series on Netflix knows who he was and what he used to do. One of his victims, Tony Hughes' mother and sister, recently reacted to Ariana Grande's old comment on Jeffrey and slammed the popular pop star. Years ago, Ariana had called Jeffrey to be her ideal dinner partner, and recently the songstress recalled the incident on one of the podcasts. This created a huge buzz everywhere, so much so that one of Dahmer's victims' family members was upset and they responded to it. Tony Hughes' family members' reaction. In a conversation with TMZ, Tony Hughes' mother Shirley called Ariana Grande sick and slammed the pop princess. She said, "To me, it seems like she's sick in her mind. It's not fancy or funny to say you would have wanted to do dinner with him. It's also not something you should say to young people," which she says she did. Shirley and her daughter Barbara revealed that taking Dahmer's name in public is kind of putting the victims and their families in the spotlight as they have gone through a lot of pain. They further stated that they think Ariana Grande should apologize publicly for saying such things. Barbara told TMZ, "Unfortunately, until it happens to her and her family, she just doesn't know what we have been through." Jeffrey Dahmer and Tony Hughes met at a gay bar. Tony was one of his 17 victims whom he kidnapped and murdered ridiculously. 31-year-old Hughes was a deaf person and couldn't speak. Ariana Grande's comment on Jeffrey Dahmer. Ariana also has enough trauma to deal with in her life, as after 22 people died at her show during the 2017 Manchester concert, she went through a traumatic phase. Recently, while talking to her The Boy Is Mine co-star Penn Badgley on his podcast Podcrushed, the songstress recalled a childhood incident. Recalling the incident, she revealed how she was taking a Q&A session, when a young girl asked her ideal choice of dinner date, living or dead. To that, Ariana Grande named Jeffrey Dahmer. She shared, "I was infatuated with serial killers when I was younger." She further stated, "I was like, oh, you're so cute. Mom and Dad, is it okay if I give the real answer? And they were like, sure, what's the answer? And I was like, Jeffrey Dahmer is pretty fascinating and I think I would have loved to have met him. You know, maybe with a third party or someone involved. But I have questions." Penn laughed out loud along with his co-hosts Nava Kavalin and Sophie Ansari at Ariana Grande, after hearing her story and knowing how the parents of that little girl told her that they would explain who Jeffrey was later. Then, Grande further expressed that she would just sing Problem and would go home. Well, what are your thoughts about Ariana Grande's confession and Tony Hughes' family members' reaction? Write down in comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.